Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is your weekly tarot forecast. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And also go check out the other videos that may pertain to you for your sun, moon, or rising signs. I think that'll give you a much more dynamic picture of what is going on this week. Now, speaking of what's going on this week, let's find out what the message is for Pisces for this coming week. And we start out with the Queen of Discs. Now we're going to just lay out the rest of our Dove and Serpent spread. And that's going to include our mystery card, our bonus or confirmation card that we're just going to put right here. We're not going to look at that until the very end, so stick around. And we're going to see how that might tie this reading together or give us that confirmation that we're looking for. All right, so let's get started here on the path of the Dove. And like I said, we've got that Queen of Discs, but you know what? She's bringing with her this Ace of Discs. So I really feel like this is a week for you to really have some fun with this financial situation you're in. I really think that there's some success on your doorstep this week. This Queen of Discs just by herself is showing a very successful person, someone who has built a wonderful career, a wonderful home, a wonderful, just successful life around them, with finances, with money, with just this kind of empire that you've built for yourself, right? I just see that there's so much success in your life right now, and this week especially, I think, is the day for you to just kind of realize what you've built for yourself. But not only that, we have this Ace of Discs. So I feel like there's something coming your way. Something is going to be starting this week that is going to add to your sense of success and achievement and fulfillment and accomplishment on the material plane in terms of your work, your career, your finances. Something new is going to be beginning, and this is going to be an opportunity for even more kind of income, more revenue, more success, more achievements. And I think that this is kind of like a new goal that you're going to be setting for yourself, and this is just that new opportunity that's beginning. Either that new source of income, that new job, that new career, or just some kind of a new project that you're going to be working on that is going to directly contribute to your sense of achievement, satisfaction, joy, and just this wonderful accomplishment, right? So let's see if we can get a little bit more info into this or what else is going on with you. I feel like you have the strong connection to this larger group of people. So this could be the industry that you're in your career, or this could be like the company that you work for, or this could be the company that you're running. It's that larger group of people in your life, right? That I think is related to all of this earth energy, these discs, right? This Queen and Ace of Discs. So this is that group of people that you're associated with, that is part of how you earn money, right? Part of your financial success. So whoever this group of people is, whoever these folks are, I think this is very important to you. I think it's crucial for you to maintain that connection with that group of people, like that company or whatever that group is. Again, that is directly related to how you earn money. I think that's very important, and they are definitely a factor in the success that you're going to be having and in this new opportunity that's coming this week with you, okay? I see as a dominating influence is this Nine of Swords, and this is kind of a serious card. Every time I see this card, I think, uh-oh, there's something going on in the mind that is just like poisoning things, or it's hurting people or hurting yourself mentally with these negative thoughts. But I really think in this case, this is that ambition that you have. I think this is just your ability to really cut through the BS, cut through like the emotional aspect of it, or the kind of vulnerable sensitivity that people have, and just get down to business, right? I think this is why you're so successful, and this is why you're going to have this new opportunity this week, is because you can cut through the BS, right? You can see an opportunity and you can take it. You kind of have that little bit of ruthlessness about you, just enough to really be successful in business. This is like that really serious, really like great business mind, right? I think in this situation, it really is like cutting through the bull, and seizing that opportunity, right? Using your mind, using your kind of your mental gifts, your intellectual powers, your business sense, and taking advantage of that opportunity. And you're cutting through that, like I said, cutting through that bull, but also cutting through the emotions and seeing it objectively, right? You're seeing it for what it is, and you're able to take advantage of that. You really do have that kind of business mind. I think that this is kind of something that you've been building up to. I think that, maybe several months ago or several years ago even, you were a completely different person. And maybe you weren't as successful in business or career finances. And maybe you set out on this path to intentionally transform yourself into someone who was just really, really business savvy, right? And I think that you've developed in yourself this kind of ruthless, cutthroat business side of yourself. It's not all of who you are, but when it comes to business, nobody wants to mess with you, right? And I think that's something that you've cultivated. I think it's something that you have intentionally built up and created in yourself. Because I think, like I said, many months ago or maybe years ago, you were a different person. Maybe you were a little bit more timid when it came to like financial success or business. Maybe you just weren't as successful and you were just a little sensitive, something like that. But I think that you intentionally transformed yourself into this really powerful business person. And I think that you have these opportunities now. And this week, you're going to be just building more for yourself. It's going to be more success. And it's going to involve that group. Okay, don't forget about this connection with this group of people. And so I think that these might kind of be in conflict, right? This kind of ruthless business attitude, and then also maintaining that connection with that group of people, right? So you have to kind of balance both of these and use this skill and talent in the proper manner to really secure and keep this connection going, so that it can foster this success and add to your kind of, this is kind of like you as just like the boss business person, right? That's kind of I think how what your spirit kind of looks like. This is kind of your aura right now. And again, this week is going to be just that amazing opportunity to have even more of that success. But in the immediate future, I see the Four of Swords. So this is kind of like, this is a bit of a rest after a conflict, or a bit of a repose after some really difficult situations or difficult dealings. So I wonder if this opportunity isn't going to really, really call for your kind of cutthroat business attitude, that sharpness of your mind, right? But I think that, once that takes place, I think you need to relax that tendency, or relax this muscle a little bit, this like sharpness of mind, this kind of cutthroat business mind that you have. Relax that a little bit, right? Once you've kind of used it in its proper way, with the proper degree of force, through the proper channels, relax that a little bit and kind of de-stress, and don't let it go overboard. Don't let it spill out into other areas of your life, and certainly don't let it sever or harm this connection at all with that larger group of people that you're associated with. So this, I think, is just kind of a reminder that, after this opportunity is seized and you get this thing going, you need to just kind of chill a little bit, right? Just bring it down a notch. We're going to move over to the path of the serpent now, because we have some it's got a different vibe going on over here. The path of the dove is a lot of dark, earthy colors, right? A lot of kind of business-oriented stuff. Over here on the path of the serpent, it's bright colors, a lot of reds and oranges, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, right? I think that you are this sun card. I think you are someone who is really, really a balanced person. I know we focused a lot on your kind of business savvy and that sharpness of mind and your kind of cutthroat business attitude, but I really think that you're a very balanced and well-rounded person. I think that you like to have all areas of your life kind of in harmony and fulfilled. And you love to be able to express yourself, in business, in your career and finances, but also creatively and energetically. And, I should say the one thing that we're missing here today is any kind of a water or cup card. So I think that without any cups in this situation, I think the focus is really on those cups. It's on the lack of those those cups, right, of that watery element. So I think that this Sun card is saying, hey, look, you really have this desire to be fulfilled in all areas of your life, right? And to really live life to the fullest and be just as full and satisfied as you can. But I think the one thing missing is that watery element, that kind of love or romance or pleasure, or just kind of that self-indulgence and that relaxation and just those feel-good emotions, right? I think that might be lacking a little bit in your life. And I think that this Sun card is kind of calling attention to that, saying, hey, look, you want to be completely fulfilled in all areas of your life, but where's the water? Where are the cup cards? They're not here. So I think that is something to kind of focus on. I think that you have this relationship with this, I think this is a masculine energy. I think that this is a fiery sign, you know, Aries, Sagittarius, could be a Leo. But I think that this is maybe your person or your closest confidant or just someone that you're very close with, I feel. And I think the relationship with them is really all about that fire, that excitement, that activity and ambition. I don't see a lot of, again, there's no water here, so I don't see that it's really a deep connection, an emotional situation, or maybe there's just so much ambition, so much activity and excitement and movement that there's not really a lot of time for still reflection and feeling and pleasure and satisfaction of desires, okay? So I think with your person that you're with, your closest person, whoever that is, could be a lover, could be a friend, family member, whatever. I think that the situation there is one of you kind of just like gas each other up and amp each other up, and it leads to this excitement and activity. And it could be like your business partner or something, and the two of you are just like this fiery energy. Now, you obviously are a Pisces, right? So there's a lot of water in your nature, but I think it's so far under the surface that it's not really around in your day-to-day life. I think your interactions with the world, and particularly this fiery person in your life, I think that you kind of, you become that fiery energy as well. Like if they are a fire sign, right, this person, I think you kind of take on a lot of those qualities yourself. And your kind of watery energy gets lost somewhere underneath the surface. I think we also have, because of this Devil card here, I think we have a tendency or maybe a worry that if you were to allow your watery nature to come forth too much, that it might lead to a complete obsession with that watery energy, that pleasure and joy and desire and satisfaction and indulgence in those emotions, and that maybe it'll take away from your career ambition, that cutthroat business mind that you have. So maybe part of you is concerned that if you were to focus on that watery element, if you were to allow yourself the indulgence in those emotions and those feelings, that it would somehow take away from your success in your business. Okay, that's the feeling I'm getting with this Devil card here, that you might get just really lost in that water and you will kind of lose some of your success that we've been talking about. In the kind of long-term projection, we have this Ace of Wands. I think that this is really taking some of this fiery energy that we saw with your person and with this fiery person and this kind of relationship that you have that is just very energetic, very exciting, and very like always moving. And bring some of that back to your core. Bring it back within, kind of withhold it a little bit and use it to fuel kind of your feelings and your emotions, and use it to kind of to lead you to maybe a new direction, maybe point it inside a little bit and see if there is something within you that is lacking, that you do want to express or you want to satisfy some deeper need, right? So with this fiery energy, this is the Ace, this is really closer to the source, closer to the purpose, closer to your inner self, closer to your core. And I think that it might shed some light on some of that watery nature that you have naturally as a Pisces, and see where you might need to express that a little bit more, or use some of this energy and ambition to bring that watery element out a little bit. We're going to look at this confirmation card, this mystery card, and see if this might reveal anything to us. Well, this is the Justice or Adjustment card. I think that this is really saying back to this Path of the Dove here, this successful opportunity that you have. I think the Path of the Serpent here, talking about all this fire and about, you know, the water that you need in your life and the pleasure and satisfaction. I think that's something to focus on for sure. I think the main takeaway from the reading today, though, is this business opportunity that's coming your way. And the tarot, the universe, these cards today are saying that you really need to focus on making this connection, signing this contract, making this commitment, this agreement with this larger group of people in order to secure this new income, this new business, this new contract, this new project, this new job, whatever it is. In order to secure that, it's going to really take your commitment and your agreement. It might literally be a legal contract with these people in order to secure this business opportunity. All right. So I think that's the focus, at least from this mystery card, this confirmation card. The Path of the Serpent, I really think is still important for you. I think we're going to explore that a little bit more in the extended version. You can become a member of this channel by following the link in the description box. This was your weekly tarot forecast. Thank you.